Hello everyone, welcome to Back to Stupid Questions. I'm Tatiana reporting live from Barcelona.
And I'm Denise reporting live from Lyon. Guys, thank you for tuning back in. Make sure to catch up on our latest episode if you haven't yet. It's about platonic friendship between opposite sexes. Alright, you know how it's getting colder and colder, and a lot of people want to be booed up during the winter? What if that one person with whom you click and you have like the best banter happens to be your friend's ex? How do you deal with it? Tell
How
me,
do
Tatiana, if
you
you
deal
found
with
yourself
it?
in that
That is a good
situation,
question.
that one guy you really enjoy talking to and you find attractive happens to be your homie's ex. What do you do?
Thanks.
How do you handle that?
How do you handle that?
Actually, well, the way I am, it's actually very weird because when it comes to like friendships, I don't go there. So it's a very clear answer for me. I wouldn't go there. I'll just try to like kill those feelings or whatever.
Kill it with like sexy sound.
I'm gonna be like, nope, it's not happening. I know it's from knowing you. I know it's probably going to be the exact same answer for you.
Yeah, do you know what? I thought about this and I was like, I'm really lucky because I don't think I've ever been attracted to my friends' boyfriends. Like,
me too.
I just don't feel like we have the same type. So I'm not in that situation
too,
where, oh man, something really happened to me once. Like, this girl, she had like a boyfriend, and apparently, she was with this guy. She was with a boyfriend, but there was this guy as well that I thought they were just friends. And then we went out. The dude hit on me, and he was like a really good looking guy. And we
her man or the other guy?
It was another dude. But the thing is, she had a guy. Okay. And so we clicked, and she made a whole thing about it. She was like, no, I'm just like, but you have a boyfriend, so this is not even your ex or anything. I was just super confused. I was like, we're just clicking. We're two single people clicking. Yeah. So it was just like, imagine that was not even her ex. So if that had been her ex, I would not have gone there. But I was just really surprised by her reaction. Anyway, sorry. Let's go back to our topic. So, how do you deal with that situation, Denise? If you have feelings or in a situation, what would you say the person should do if they fall in love with their friend's ex? Like, how is it okay? When should you go for it and be like, it's cool?
I think, what I would tell a friend if someone comes to that question, I'll just be like, honestly, you need to tell the person no matter what. If you feel like you have genuine feelings for this person and you cannot control it, you have to one of the first things you should do is talk to your friend. If that's an actual friend, go ahead and talk to your friend. Let them know what's going on before it gets too serious, because usually people want to wait, but like it's kind of scary when like you guys are like getting engaged, for example, and you're like, oh, by the way, I'm getting engaged and he's your ex.
Then that was not your true friend, man. That was not a friend at all.
Yeah.
That was not a friend at all.
You want to go ahead and tell your friend because you don't know how they feel about this ex. So you want to go ahead and tell them, trying to make sure they are okay with the situation.
Yeah, for sure.
That's like.
But do you think they need to give you permission?
I don't think permission is needed. I just think it's you have to let them know. But permission, that's some other conversation, because it's like, dude, like, come on. How are you gonna stop that?
I'm just trying to say, because in that if you're put in that situation, you would have to pick between your own romantic feelings and your friendship. You're gonna have to like choose between the two. Because if the person says no, you have to sacrifice something.
You have to sacrifice something if your friend is really not okay with it. Then you will have to.
Yeah.
But if your friend is okay with the whole situation, you don't have to. She's okay with you dating her ex, then you can keep the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's really rare from like what I've heard and like seen. It's such a rare situation where the person doesn't have some sort of like feelings about the whole situation. It's so rare. Like, can you think of any time when someone comes to you and is like, oh, I'm dating your ex, and you have nothing, no feeling whatsoever, no concern about the whole thing? It happens. It actually happens to me.
It does happen.
It's rare. Because
if your friend is the one that broke up with the person, though, wouldn't that make things much easier? Make things a little bit more smoother for you to talk to them and be like, listen, you broke up with them. So if you broke up with them, you eventually knew that there was not going to be something special between you guys. Well, that it was not going to work out in the future. So that would make it easier. No?
I don't agree. Because I've broken up, like most, if not all of my relationships, I've broken up with the person, not because I wanted to or because I didn't like the person anymore, but just because I felt like that person wasn't ready for me at the time when I broke up with him. And sometimes I still wish the person made it better, so I will just take myself out of the situation and wait for the person to make things right.
Yeah.
So maybe that person, that friend of yours, broke up with him, but doesn't mean she doesn't have any lingering feelings for them, you know?
Yeah, no, of course, you may have lingering feelings, but would you prevent the happiness of your friend even though you knew that you and your ex are not matchable? Like, if you see that you guys are not compatible and that you guys are not gonna have a friendship or whatever, would you like risk that for your friend's happiness? Like, wouldn't you say, maybe try, see if it works? He's a jerk, but maybe to you he might be a gentleman. That would hurt though, but what if that was the case?
Does that even sound right to you? Oh, he was a jerk to me, he's gonna be a gentleman. That sounds like a
fairy tale, like Cinderella story or something, like, because it's very rarely ever the case.
Man, that sounds wrong.
Just change like that. So yeah.
You know what they say, like, people don't just change like that.
Exactly.
Like, what do you mean? I don't believe in that, but that's not the question. First of all, it's really hard for me to think, like, am I going to let that happen? Because I don't see a real friend of mine doing that. It's just, like, weird. But some people do it. I guess it's I
have bad news, man. I actually did that to you. I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
Yeah, man. That's... excuse me. But, like, no, for real, like, I just don't feel like... If that ever happened to me, I would have to, like, just be like, man, I don't feel like we were real friends anyway, so just do you, just do you. It really hurts.
You feel like you weren't friends with the person if they chose to pursue that relationship with a guy.
If they decided to be in a relationship with someone that I cared for and I still have lingering feelings for, I don't think we were friends.
Yeah, no. And
then like, how are you gonna go and start a whole relationship with someone I have like a whole history with?
True. So so you shouldn't pursue a relationship if your friend is still not over the guy, still has lingering feelings for the guy. But the thing is, sometimes it's okay because you can't help chemistry. Like, I cannot help if I match that. If I bond with this dude, and I know that out of all the relationships that I've had, he's the one who's really made me feel like we're like compatible, like 90%.
Oh, that's tough, man.
I think I would like to explore that. Like, not me personally, but I think maybe me personally. I don't see myself doing it, but I think in people, certain cases, they find themselves in a situation. They're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to miss out. I want to see what this could potentially be because I've never been this happy in a relationship before.
And that's usually what it is. That's usually what it is when it happens to people.
Well, I don't know if it's always that. Some people, it's just like a physical thing and they just want to explore that and then...
Oh, I guess so.
But I think because sometimes, love comes and goes, but sometimes that one shot, you got it there. It's at the wrong time, at the wrong moment, but it's the right shot.
That's why I feel like if you can express that with like you're genuine, you can express that to your friend. I understand a lot of things. Like, if you can express that to me clearly, and I feel like you actually genuine about this, I'm still gonna be hurt, but I'm still gonna be like, hey, if I am good with my life, I honestly, what do you want me to say? Like,
accept
okay, honestly, that's like such a weird thing for me to like be a part of, because I'm just like, I cannot ask you not to date someone. I just don't know how to deal with it. I can't ask you, don't date this guy. It's just weird for me. Even you asking me for permission, to me, is just very weird. If you feel like you have to ask for my permission, I feel like it's not correct. And I'm just like, and I
wouldn't agree with that.
Why?
I wouldn't agree with that because if I know you, I would like to come and say, I wouldn't necessarily ask you for permission, but I would like to get your blessing, on the relationship.
Said like that.
Correct. And it wouldn't mean that I'm not your friend. It would just mean like it would really mean a lot to me if you could let go of your relationship that didn't work out and to just maybe,
be happy
get
for
some
me.
hope, have some hope. Yeah, be happy for me because this person really makes me happy. Although it hurts, but this is the reality.
Oh, this is so weird, man.
It would be a very awkward conversation, but I would respect the person for coming and talking to me because many don't do that.
That's true.
And but I guess it's also... Yeah, tell me.
Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, I guess it's also.
Go ahead.
Okay. Guys, this is how my conversation with Denise usually goes. So we interrupt each other, we say things. So just stay tuned. I guess it's also okay when they're like, you know, if they're not in each other's lives anymore. Like if they're not friends, because some exes are still friends. In some cases, it would be okay. But if they're not in each other's lives anymore, then that should be a green light for you, shouldn't it? Because I mean, dating exes is always a taboo. Like it's that taboo because we have a girl code. We know me. We have a girl code where it's like don't date my ex. That's a girl code.
That's very true. So are you saying is it better if you and your ex are not like in each other's lives, as you are not even friends?
No, I'm saying from the friend's point of view, it would be okay for you to date your friend's ex if they're not in each other's lives.
Oh, I guess so. I mean, they are exes anyways, right? But no.
Yes. But exes sometimes stay
something I would say.
Friends.
Something I would say though is it depends on the type of friendship you guys actually have, for sure. We've discussed that. And it also depends on like how deep your relationship with this ex was, like what type of relationship this was. I feel like any ex, because I have a story where I have like this friend of mine. She wasn't like she's a friend, but not like a friend, you know what I mean? Yeah. And she called me and let me know when I was overseas. She called me and let me know that she was dating this guy that she really likes. Like we said, she was like, I really like him. It's been a while since I've actually clicked with someone this well. And I found out that he was your ex because I was posting a picture of you, and he was like, how do you know her? And she was like, oh, that's my friend. And he was like, oh, that's my ex. You know, it's just like weird. And she called me to let me know like, hey, is it okay? Like, I've been seeing him, I really like him. And I was a bit shocked at first, like, how did they even meet? But then I was like, dude, like, this girl is cool and everything, but like, we're not that close. And this guy especially, it wasn't like a relationship where I was like deeply in love with the guy. It was just one of those relationships where I liked the guy for sure. So I wasn't that affected by the thing. But at the time I was dating someone new, so I was very much happy with my relationship, and I was happy in my life, the place I was in. And so I was just like, well, thank you for letting me know. I really appreciate it. It was actually really nice of her to come and letting me know, knowing that we were not that close.
It's like that conversation that we're talking about, like she took the time to like communicate it to you.
Yeah, exactly. That was really, really cool. So I appreciated that. But again, another big factor was the fact that I wasn't really in love with the guy. So I was just like, okay. I just thought it was funny if they got married and like I will be invited to the wedding and it will be like some awkward situation like, she used to be the date.
She's your ex.
But just imagine that, dude. Like,
yeah, seeing your ex. Like, you would have to be on some. I don't know. In this case, it's different because your friend. Yeah, actually, no. You're friends with a girl, so it's fine. But yeah, it would be super awkward to see my ex.
No, but you know what I mean. Like, I knew the guy's parents and like his entire family. You know, I met the entire people. So imagine he actually had to get married with this friend of mine. I will be invited, of course, you know, and I'll go there and I'll see all those people. Well, I don't even know. I wouldn't even go, bro. Like, I don't know.
I don't know if it's gonna be that awkward because, you know, we move on, we grew up, so it's just like, oh hey, hi, congratulations, I'm happy he found
not me, but like the other people that are gonna be there. I feel like they're gonna give me like the side eye, like, what are you doing here?
True.
No,
that is possible.
Yeah, not me, because I will be cool. I'll come with my date, you know. I'll make sure I have a date.
Yeah, you have to. You
have to. But like the looks is gonna be like, you know. But yeah, I think it's really, really cool if you are like happy in your life and you have like someone you're dating and it's not someone you were crazy madly in love with or someone you forgot. You don't have any lingering feelings for them. To me, that's like very, very, very important. If it's a best friend of mine, if it's a really close friend, goddamn, how did y'all even like start? I don't care. It was winter. You were cold.
Started up. It's like yeah, like we were saying. It's just like when this kind of stuff happen. If it's like in a close circle of friends, you do question like when did this all start. But as you said, if you're over it and if you're mature and if you're in a good place, it really should not bother you. The real issue just comes when you're in a bad place and
you
still have feelings for the person. But about this topic, I don't necessarily have any stories. I don't necessarily relate to this because I try to not. It's not even that I try. I'm not in that kind of situation. I'm just happy that I've avoided some situations in my life that I just. We're here to talk about stuff that people relate about, but this one, I can only live it through Denise, guys, because, yeah. But I learned a lot. Like, I learned how you would deal with the situation if you're in it. It's more about communication and making sure the other person's okay with it, I guess.
But if someone comes to you with, like, a problem like that, like, you would not know what to tell them, for example? Like, if someone tells you...
Sorry.
Yeah.
I would say communication, because honestly, what else? I mean, I would definitely say, does this person make you happy? Okay, yes. Do you feel like you haven't been this happy in a very long time? Yes. Do you guys click a lot? Yes. Yes. I mean, I would ask if they have like the same kind of stuff, the hobbies, but that doesn't always mean that it's the one. But you really have to make sure that your feelings for this person is real, and it's like you really like them. It's not just like some kind of like physical attraction before you take it to your friend. Because if you put your friend in an awkward situation just for like a 2-month relationship, it was not worth it. It was really not worth it. So it's just that kind of situation, no? Like, I would always say communicate it.
That's definitely key. You have to let the person know. Please, guys, like, I know a lot of people do this in like a very like I know people like doing things maliciously just because they want to be selfish and just do whatever they want to do. I'm not asking you to go ahead and be like someone else's like guardian angel and tell them like for them not to be hurt or anything, but it's just like, think about it. That's not nice. Like, just let them know. Like, just it's weird. Just let them know.
Tough.
Like, no, for real. Because when I think about it, there's like stories on like groups like the Shade Room that I read sometimes, and I'm just like, people just do things maliciously. You're gonna go ahead and like date someone who's like your friend's ex and like just not even care.
I know.
And you're gonna call the person a friend? Like, how? That's not your friend.
That's not your friend.
So, but I get it though.
Right.
The only thing that I will understand is like, you are in love with this person. You feel like this is
like the only excuse, because the rest of it, when we talk about dating, the rest of it, when it's just like you sleeping around with somebody, that is not excusable. I'm sorry, that is just a no, and that's like, according to the girl code, for me, it will be like a straight no. Unless you're in love with the person, don't make a move. Like, don't. Just double check, triple check, tap into that feeling, open your heart, be like, hey heart, are you like beating hard for this guy, or just, is this some other kind of like lusty feeling? Yeah, you just gotta double check that. So
it's really funny because like I remember once I watched the what's it called, Catfish or whatever show, and this girl literally, she catfished her friend because, I'm not gonna go into the whole catfishing, but like her excuse was that she was in love with this girl because the girl was her best friend, and she was very shocked to see that it was her best friend who was catfishing her. And she's like, so why would you do this to me? And she was like, remember? Sorry.
Yeah, I think I've seen this episode.
You seen it?
Yeah.
But yeah, for you guys, basically, she was like, why would you catfish me? Like, that's not cool. She was like, remember, like, years ago, I was in love with this guy, and I found out that you guys hooked up and you started dating. And that's why I had to, like, I needed some sort of, like, revenge so you can feel how that felt.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
but
how
she
are
didn't
you going to
date
do
the guy.
That to someone? Like, why would you even do that
but
to
in
someone?
her situation, she didn't even date the guy.
She did not even date the guy. Oh yeah, she
so
didn't
that
date
was
the
just
guy.
insane. It just shows how malicious.
But she was talking. She was talking
to
the guy, and she liked the guy.
I know. I see what I mean. But it just shows how malicious people can be, because if you're not even dating the person, and this happens to you, imagine if you're dating the person and you found out that your friend went out with them, then you'll just, I mean, if people just catfish people just feel like, after they've messaged a guy and they've made it that in their head that they're dating the guy, like, that is insane.
No. As we are talking about this guy, I just want to, like, okay, let's make things clear. This only works if you were actually dating this person in real life, and that's your actual ex, not someone that you were just talking to. That doesn't really work like that. You guys had like that. No, for real, because I know a lot of people are gonna take that into like their own. Nah, if you're not dating this guy, this is not your boyfriend. This is
like another topic, isn't it?
This is like another topic.
Like, what is dating?
Yeah, that's something else.
When is it? When do you establish if it's dating? Is dating just texting? You know.
I get it, like girl code. I get that girl code still gets into that topic, but it's not the exact same thing. Because here you have like a relationship, like a proper relationship with the person. So the whole like, I really like this person. That's the only reason you have. That's the only excuse you get. All right, Tatiana, do you have anything you'd like to add before we close up this topic?
Okay. Yeah, I do have something actually that I would say. I would advise to people who find themselves in this sort of situation. There is no right or wrong. That's what we kind of have to remember here. You know, it really depends on the situation that you're in. But I would always say communication is key. And I would never advise to someone to prioritize their friendship over their romantic feelings. Just like I will never advise someone to just prioritize their romantic feelings over their friendship. You just like any important decision that you have to make in your life, you have to make like some kind of like list with pros and cons. So I would just say go about that and see how you feel, because love does not come many times, you know, in your life. Sometimes when it is a real thing, it is the real deal, and you just gotta take it. So just make sure that whatever it is that you want to sacrifice or you want to prioritize, it is really, really worth it. Would you agree? Like, does that make sense?
No, I 100% agree. And why I would say that, I actually thought of one last thing. You know how you guys are gonna be in this little triangle where you, your friend, and this now boyfriend / ex of your friend.
Yes.
Okay. When you communicate things, like she said it, you have to communicate things to your friend. If that's a real friend of yours, don't go ahead and ask your now boyfriend to go ahead and sit down with his ex.
Yeah.
That's a wrong move.
Yeah,
go ahead and deal with your friend, because that's your friend first.
Yeah.
If he has to do that with her, that's gonna be some other situation. But
True.
be honest with your friend, communicate with her or him, and let things be clear. Just be honest, because sometimes, like you said, you cannot choose, you cannot decide how you're gonna feel about somebody. So just be clear, communicate, and normally you should be good, hopefully. Yeah, so we are pretty much done here, guys. If you have similar stories that you relate to, if you've dated your friend's ex and you did not know what to do, you have a story to tell, you know where to find us, guys. On Facebook. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple, Stitcher. So go ahead and share your stories with us. Leave us comments in the comment box.
Yeah.
Just let us
and
know
you could
how
actually
you feel
also
about
contact us on our professional email, back to stupid questions.
Yes,
back to stupid Qs. It's actually qs@gmail.com.
gmail.com.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you guys for listening, and catch you guys in the next episode.
Yeah. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.